Good morning. Welcome to my channel. If you're watching me on Facebook, which I'm under Heather Sunshine, TikTok is, I believe, Art and Stuff. And then I currently have a YouTube channel, and I don't remember what that channel is this morning. But wherever you're seeing me from, good morning. And please subscribe to any of the channels that you're seeing me on. So, this morning I want to share a story for you guys. And before I do that, I want to read a scripture. Let's get these glasses off. Let me read a scripture to you first. And then we'll go from that scripture to the story that I'd like to share with you. This is Deuteronomy 30:19. It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and cursings. Therefore, choose life, that both you and your descendants may live. That scripture's talking about not just living a life for yourself. This is talking about if you really want the blessings of God, choose life. If you want a long life, choose life. Choose God. Don't choose yourself. Don't choose Satan. Don't even choose to live for other people, but choose to live for God. And that's what this verse is about. It's about being obedient to God. So I want to start this conversation off with choose God. And the story I want to talk to you about is about my friend Ernie. So this is a hard one. Okay, so I was about the age of like 9 or 10 years old, and my parents had a friend named Ernie. Ernie was my dad's best friend. They partied together, they drank together, they played music together. They're really, really good friends. And I liked Ernie. I liked a lot of my parents' friends. You know, Ernie was funny. He was lively. You know, he was just a lot of fun to be around. And then one day, unfortunately, Ernie died. And he died because, unfortunately, he was a partier, and he ended up, I don't know if I can say this for YouTube or TikTok, and this is for entertainment purposes only, but this is truth. Okay, so Ernie ended up dying of a massive heart attack because he ended up doing too much Coke or Coca-Cola. He did too much. And my mom is one of those people who are very, very, very overreactive. She isn't somebody that thinks about what she says. She just blurts it out of anger and out of frustration. So when Ernie died, she literally ran downstairs, screamed at my brother and I, and told us, hey, don't you ever do cocaine. Never do cocaine. And we were like shocked, like, okay. She goes, you know why? Because Ernie died and his heart exploded in his chest. And she screamed at us like as if me and Eric, that's my brother, were the reason why Ernie died. You know, like we gave him a bad batch of Coke or something, you know. So she yells at us and is just screaming at the fact that, Ernie's heart exploded. Well, the story gets worse. Uh, so Ernie had two sisters, and the sister that he was partying with her and her boyfriend. Um, they were the ones that supplied the cocaine. And unfortunately, Ernie, when his heart exploded, he died in their house. So what ended up happening was, because the sister and her boyfriend were still high, they didn't know what to do with Ernie. So they took his body, they put it on a porch, like on the stairs of the porch. They took out his wallet, his ID, and everything. And then they waited for a little while for their coke high to calm down. And then they called the police. And then when the police showed up, they said, "We don't know who this guy is. He came up on our porch and he passed out. And we don't know who he is." So the police went and called the paddy wagon to come and take Ernie to a morgue. Well, they didn't know what morgue Ernie went into. I'd like to also say this all happened in the 80s. So there was no internet or cell phone or anything like that. The only thing that they had back then was this big yellow book that people went to find phone numbers and addresses. So that sister that left Ernie's body on her porch, she called Ernie's other sister. And so that sister, the one that was sober and she didn't do drugs, she called her and said, "Hey, we don't know where Ernie's body is." And the other sister was like, "You don't know where his body is?" She's like, "Yeah." She explained the story, how Ernie died of a massive heart attack. They didn't know what to do, so they took his wallet, left him on the porch, called the police. So the sober sister had to go through that entire yellow phone book to try to find Ernie's body. And come to find out, there were 200 morgues that she had to call to try to find her brother's body. Now, I know they finally found his body. I never went to the funeral. I don't know. This is the only information I can give you is what I know. I don't know. I'm sure the sister found Ernie's body, but I feel led to share this story with you that I don't know a whole lot about Ernie. But Ernie, because he died of a heart attack of doing drugs, that he has saved me from doing Coca-Cola. I don't know much about how Ernie lived, except that, he partied with my dad and was my dad's best friend. But I tell you what, Ernie has left a huge impact on me since I was 10, and I'm 50 now. And so I've carried Ernie for 40 years as the biggest reason why I don't do Coca-Cola. And I guess it's just like, maybe I don't know, all about Ernie and how he lived, but I certainly know how Ernie died. And I just want to share this story with you guys this morning, that try to live a life that people are going to remember you. And please don't die a death that's the main reason why they remember you. I really hope this helps somebody. I really loved Ernie, and Ernie has not only blessed me, in his death. I've shared his story many times over. I've been offered Coca-Cola in many party situations over the years, and I gotta say that Ernie's story has impacted not only my life, but he's impacted the lives of other people too. And I keep his memory alive, by how he died, but I really wished I could have kept his memory alive about how he lived. So I'm asking you guys this morning to choose life. And I really hope that this helps somebody. And if you haven't received Jesus, I'm asking you to receive Christ. It does make a difference. And that's why I'm sharing my testimonies. I'm sharing my stories. And it takes me a while to share those stories because there's a lot that goes into each story. It's not just one story. It's a story within a story within a story. Hey! So I just hope that I can make a difference this morning. And, you guys be blessed. And to Ernie's relatives, be blessed. And I love you guys. So I hope that this really blesses somebody out there today. Choose life. Love you.